This week, Godfrey saved himself from eviction, but Cindy wasn't so lucky. She's on her way to the jury house, but before that, she'll make a return trip to our stage. We've got so much to talk about tonight, so let's get started. This is the Big Brother Canada Sideshow.
Previously on Big Brother Canada, when Cindy re-entered the house, she came back with a bang, orchestrating the biggest blindside of the season.
Godfrey, you are safe.
Yeah! Eliminating Jordan.
Wow.
And leaving Zach and his Diaper Alliance with a full load.
What just happened?
At the HOH competition, Peely saved the day. And with Kevin pulling the strings, Peely promptly nominated Zach's biggest threats, Godfrey and Cindy, for eviction.
Are you a freaking idiot? Really? Really? Hey, how's it?
At the POV competition, Godfrey and Cindy were neck and neck bone until Cindy drew the killer card.
Seeing an eliminated card pretty much is foreseeing my future.
Losing all the power to the chicken whisperer, Godfrey.
That veto's coming my way. Boom!
After her shattering loss, Sarah helped Cindy pick up the pieces
I need to keep Cindy around because it's best for my game.
and crafted a new plan.
I feel like they don't like Bobby.
Sarah's right. This is my best chance of staying in this house.
As her last kick at the can, Cindy needed bigger threat Bobby on the block,
Bobby is gonna go after you no matter what.
hoping to flush out his phony veto
If Bobby has a secret power veto, test if he's telling the truth or not.
and flip the house against
You
him.
had this opportunity to backdoor someone, right?
Frankly, am torn.
At the POV ceremony, Cindy called out Bobby,
He's a conniving and a coward player that you all need to worry about.
but the Godfather saved himself for a higher purpose.
I need to stay in this house. This ain't no lover's paradise, guys. This is Big Brother. Let's play.
In the end, Peely played it safe and replaced Godfrey with Canada's newest Pawn star, Brittany.
I'm in a house full of idiots, but it's okay. Cindy with a knife doesn't go without a fight.
The house guest had to make a tough choice, Cindy or Brittany.
We all know that pawns go home, and this is scary.
I always wanted to work with you.
But I'm here now.
Cindy worked to flip the house one more time.
Do you think Ashley would go for it?
Maybe.
Get ready for a road trip!
And the house guests hit the gas, going coast to coast. At the live eviction, Cindy was sent packing, proving you only get one life in Big Brother Canada.
Bye, house.
Welcome to the Sideshow. Like always, the next hour will be jam-packed full of everything Big Brother. We'll get to some of your tweets, we'll have some more bonus footage, and we'll go behind the scenes so you can see exactly how Big Brother Canada all comes together. But first, let's bring out my co-hosts. He had an amazing social game in season 1, and believe it or not, his social scene has become even better since. Let's hear it for Gary Levy. Mark.
Fabulous as always.
Hi, guys. And he's a man who, as you're about to see, loves a subtle entrance. Come on out, Peter Brown. That was great. Okay, let's get right into it. Cindy is gone again from the house. It was, I don't know, it was a little bit heartbreaking, and she looked angry when she was walking out of the house now.
I mean, she definitely did everything she could do, you know, social game. I think she talked to the wrong people with her social game. I mean, if you're gonna try to get into Peely's head, you gotta go to Kevin. You would think she would know that since they're always locking lips. But I mean, she did everything she could do down to the final last speech, so you give it up for Cindy. I mean, she tried.
She campaigned hard, like she was
Hard.
not going out without a fight. She said it, and she did it. Obviously, it didn't work.
No, it's deja voodoo all over again for sweet Cindy. It's heartbreaking. I mean, it's devastating to lose this game, and you could see it, you know, when she pulled out the eliminated card in the KFC Power of Veto. She was very emotional. She was emotional when she came out tonight. It sucks to lose, and I was very happy to see her react in a very genuine way. That, you know, my heart broke for her.
No, it was tough because for a sec, yeah, it was Godfrey. Will he pull out this POV? And he did. And that moment where she lost it, like that was really, really hard to watch. It was really tough. But I thought she kind of made a lot of sense. We're gonna talk more about Cindy coming up soon. But can we talk about Pilar as HOH for a sec? She got a lot of heat that one. A lot of people are like, why aren't you playing your own game?
I know. I think she did play her own game in a way. I mean, she's in this diaper alliance. There's only 4 of them in this alliance. So, I mean, as a viewer, obviously you want her to make a big move and get out a big player, but all of those big players are in her alliance. So technically, she kind of did what she was supposed to do with her HOH.
Okay. So it didn't bother you?
No, it didn't bother me at all. I thought she had a great HOH. It's about what's functional over what's favorable. So what's favorable maybe could have been getting out Bobby or Bruno, perhaps, one of the stronger players on the other side of her alliance. But this is an emotional player. She's not making agentic moves. She's not very strategically competent. So she has to rely on the people around her to give her advice. And that's what anyone in alliance is going to do. She had a great HOH. She should be very proud of herself.
Well, okay. I'm so glad we have your perspective. It's nice to get the other side of things. Can we talk about some of these crazy ceremonies we've been having? Some of the best speeches we've seen.
Ever.
Like, so now it's a trend, do you think? Like, did Godfrey start the trend of just laying it down?
And a good trend to start. I mean, because we're always used to this old trend of, the family and the friends, which is still kind of coming still, but we're weaning that out and we're kind of using these ceremonies for what they're for, gameplay, and really getting what you got to say, your last kind of thought before, the house guests make their decision. So I think it's good. I hope this trend continues.
Yeah, and this is your dream come true.
Yeah, it's not very often you get the entirety of the house together and you have a public forum to say exactly what you want. You can put it on Front Street. So Godfrey has started this trend. There's a few people who did it occasionally in the past, but Godfrey really set the trend this year. He's done it a few times. Cindy did it. I hope that it continues to go forward because I think it's a very valuable, functional move for people.
Absolutely. Well, Cindy had a few intense speeches during her time in the house. Last night's eviction ceremony speech might have been her best.
I'm actually very grateful that I got the opportunity to come back to the Big Brother house. I was reunited with all you crazy people. I celebrated my 26th birthday, and what else did I do? Oh wait, I flipped the house last eviction as well, right? I hope that move made an impact on your game, whether it's 1, you start playing the game, or 2, if you think you're playing the game, maybe you should play without a stick up your bum, right? There are 2 sides to this house. Whichever side that votes for me to stay, I'll be working with you 100%. If neither side votes for me to stay, I'll see you all in jury.
Right? That was good. And that really was her Hail Mary. I mean, we saw a unanimous vote, so probably at that point wouldn't have helped her anyway. But her POV speech earlier, that was really interesting. And she put all her cards on the table and was like, I'm just going to double down.
Yeah.
Bobby!
Yeah,
I know.
Was that the right move?
Yes, I mean, you got to do what you got to do last minute, and it would have been cool to see if they were to, but at that point, the house guests had already made up their mind, but Cindy tried, but I think it's good that she's using every opportunity she can to stay, but at the end of that, there's a certain point when house guests make up their mind on what they're going to do, and there's nothing you could say, and I think that was that point for her.
It might have been the right approach in the wrong week. Like, you have to look at who's in power, and that's Pilar, and she's unlikely to make a bold move even in that moment. Like, you look at Bobby, the way he reacted to that, he's nervous. Like, he's shaking. He's like, oh, yeah, he's trying to play it off cool. But Cindy's calling him out, and he doesn't like it at all. So if it's someone else that isn't Pilar in that situation, maybe Cindy can convince them. But that kind of a bullheaded tactic isn't something that she's likely to respond to.
Although I thought that she made a lot of sense with her pitch to everyone else saying, hey, if Bobby has this veto power, let's find out for real. Let's find out once and for all and flush it out. I thought that was a very compelling argument, and it just didn't work.
Wrong HOH.
What happens in there is fear penetrates truth. So even though Cindy was factual in what she was saying and was making a competent argument, everyone's so afraid to do something with a perception being that it's going against what the HOH wants or what the house wants. They're unlikely to do it. So it's hard when you have the correct information, but you can't present it to the group in the best way.
Yes, absolutely. Well, at least she can say that she made a big move when she was in there. She really
Absolutely.
did.
She did.
Yeah.
Well, this week, Peter and Gary took note of the many different winning and not-so-winning strategies inside the house. I present to you this week's rant.
How are you, Canada? We're back! Hey, what's up? Woo! Oh, today we are talking to... Oh, girl, I'm tired already. Damn it.
There are a lot of strategies in the house right now. Some are great, some are Pilar, which is fine if you want to finish third and still not know how you got there. Willow has cried so much that she's created a pool of her own tears which she can float on to the end of the game.
Willow, why do you cry so much, honey? What is the issue? I got no tissue for you. That was a poem by me called Willow the Pillow.
The Godfrey that entered the house was boring and useless, but this new Godfrey 2.0, with these speeches, he's very exciting.
You have awoken the sleeping giant. I want your blood on these hands. And once I wash the blood off, I will make a big pot of chicken feet stew.
Whatever happened to fun Bobby? All I see is self-righteous Bobby, annoying Bobby, stupid Bobby. You know, Bruno, though, he's playing a pretty good game.
Bruno, do you really think you're flying under the radar, honey, with them big hoops in your ears, circa Michael Jackson, 1985? I mean, I don't even know. I was born in the 90s. Shout out to the 90s, baby.
Zach's strategy is to get everyone to fall in love with him. Seems to be working. Even for people outside the house.
Zach, I thought you were cute in the beginning, but then you got rid of your best friend. Now you're just a sexy quarterback who's all alone, who's got no one to throw the ball to. Touchdown! No, I'm just kidding. Then we got the Diaper Alliance. Zach, Kevin, Peely, Ashley. Well, guess what, honey? That Diaper Alliance is full of shit. If you guys really think you're gonna make it to Final Four together. Listen, guys, there's only a few weeks left, so y'all gotta pick it up and pick it up now, honey. Start playing this game. Wake up and smell the chicken feet!
That was good. That was good. You know what? Coming out of that, we were talking about winning strategies, so I haven't heard from you guys, like the most recent. Who are your picks to win? I'm going to completely throw you on the spot right
my
now.
God, Rissa. Oh.
I'll give you a second thing. I think Sarah might have the best shot at winning right now.
Oh! Okay, let's start. What is impressing you?
You know what? She understands the value of people, and she knows when to cut them. So she understood the value of Cindy, she understood the value of Brittany, and now we see that she understands the value of Willow, who is kind of going bonkers in there, but she's getting valuable information from her. She can use it, like, getting to the end with Willow is a great strategy for Sarah, and I hope that she can do that. The problem is she's going against a numerically superior alliance in the Diaper Alliance, and that's going to be tough for her to get through.
I see Willow Final 2 for sure. I just see her as a shoe-in for Final 2. For some reason. I just feel like she's just that girl that's just gonna fly under the radar. I don't know about a win, but I definitely see Final 2 for her.
Okay. Well, speaking of Sarah, you just mentioned her. She really does have her finger on the pulse of everything, okay? That moment in the house where she waxed philosophical, that was amazing. Her intel could be the plot for an upcoming movie. Take a look.
Everybody is capable of anything. And this game is a microcosm of life. Everybody's sweet. And everybody's evil. Everyone is a blank slate. Everyone is nothing. And that's what this game is about. From now on, we don't talk.
Everyone here would go watch that movie too, right? That was amazing. Coming up, we'll talk with Cindy, and right after the break from season 2, Adele El-Sari will be here. The Big Brother Canada Sideshow is back on Slice right after this. Welcome back to the Sideshow. Every week, Gary, Peter, and I are joined by a very special guest, and this week is certainly no exception. He made it to week 9 last season. He was the underdog who stood up for what he believed in. Let's check out Deli in action. Adele!
I want to give Canada the show of their life. This is what you don't do in Big Brother Canada. Do not work with these two schmucks. This house is going crazy right now. When Kyle asked me to pray with me, I was ecstatic.
Who doesn't know the Macarena?
I got some good dance moves, I must say. What? That was like a little brother that I never had. Power of Veto, player pick card. Thank you, Canada. Adele. They are so scared of me, and I have no clue why. I will rip those antlers right off your head, Marcia. Don't test me. Mentally, impossible to break.
Congratulations, Adele.
Wake up, Canada! You've been a thorn in my side since day 3. I cannot wait till you take the walk of shame. I have destroyed the gremlins.
As replacement nominee, choose you, Deli.
Adele, I'm sorry you've been evicted from the Big Brother Canada house. Please welcome Adele.
Wake up, Canada! Wake up, Canada! Wake up, Canada! Wake up,
Canada! You're gonna have good to see you. Have a seat.
Hi, Adele.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. It's so nice to have you here.
Nice to see you guys.
I see you brought your flag.
I have to. This is my pride. This is my nation.
So it's all signed?
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of signatures here. You guys fight over it. It's your guys.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming. You look great.
Thank you.
I hear you're getting married soon.
May 24th, I get to marry the girl of my dreams.
Aww. Very, very sweet. So let's talk about this season. Let's talk about the house guests. Who do you have your eye on? What do you think about gameplay in the house right now?
You know what? I've seen them doing this all year, so let's take a page off their playbook.
Okay. We got some candy in effect.
Here we go. I say we got the alliances. We got Zach, we got Kevin, we got Ash, and we got, sorry.
Peely?
Yeah, Peely.
Yeah, okay.
If any one of these guys take the next HOH, the whole season is done for. They're going to take it home, yeah. Well, the triple eviction, well, Cindy, she's done.
She's done.
And then we got my boy Bruno, Bobby. We got the rest of the crew. They're going to get picked apart. If they win the triple eviction, on this end, it's over. If they win it on this end, they're over. So we'll see what happens.
So we'll see what happens. I cannot wait till next week. That's going to be crazy.
Sounds yummy.
I know. Like, I want to eat all of that. Now, let's talk about Bobby for a second, because he right now is playing with this whole, I got this secret veto power. And something you did in season 2, you had an actual power veto. We'd say, right? You could exchange a nominee, and you made it kind of a bigger deal. Bobby is doing that. Do you think it's going to work?
You know what? Honest to God, I think it's going to bite him in the butt, because everyone in the house, if you have something going on, they want to see it. They want proof. Well, all I did was cut out the back of my little card, and I said it was a whole different power, so they couldn't read it. But Bobby, he has no evidence. He got nothing. So they say, oh, we're going to put him on the block, and let's let him use the power. Well, homeboy, you got no power, so you're in hot water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not only that, but people will realize that he was playing them this whole time. I mean, he told some people about it.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I mean, if you're going to have a secret, keep it to yourself. Don't tell somebody, because, I mean, if you tell one person, the secret's out, everyone's going to know eventually. I mean, it starts with Willow Trust, that's 2. So it's like, it's going to continue throughout the house, so I don't know what's going on with Bobby. I mean, he's got a strong core, but nothing's really
You think it's gonna work?
Probably not. He's a pretty transparent player. We talked very early on about the little building blocks of lies that Bobby had, and so if he gets caught with this one, which is a huge lie, especially at this point in the game, I really think they want to target him anyway, and this might be the final nail in his coffin.
Right, and especially if someone gets evicted who knows that he was lying before it's revealed to the house, and all of a sudden that spreads around jury. Oh yeah, this could backfire.
Yeah.
We did see a little bit of one of your dramatic speeches from season 2. Do you remember that with the Gremlins?
Ew.
And I was like, you're so mean. Why are you so mean? What's your take on the speeches this year?
You know what? The speeches, Godfrey set it off. He's got the game going with his speech. And you know what? First year, second year, we never had really too many epic speeches. So I think everyone's catching on. The speech is your attack. It's your move. You could get even with people, or you could just set yourself up and hopefully get out of hot water. So the speeches are, let's keep wrapping them up. Let's keep them coming,
they're so
man.
good. They are so good, especially from like a superfan perspective, right? Speaking of superfans, on social media, we've got some tweets for you guys because, of course, hashtag BBCan3 is blowing up. So
Yeah.
all kinds. Do you mind? Doing a little, okay, question answer? Okay, so at the R Christopher asks, Adele, is there anyone in the house that reminds you of how you played the game in your season? If so, who?
Oh, you know what? Big Brother Canada is so unique. Every person is so different and so cool. I would never compare myself to anyone because they're all individual stars on their own, and I can't wait.
I'm so glad you said that. When I started, I was like, that's not Julie Chen. I was like, I know. Don't worry, I watched it first day. It's cool. Okay, so one more for you, Adele. Who is playing the best social game so far, in your opinion?
My opinion, I would have to say, it's a toss-up. I know people don't like his social game, but I like the Zach attack. He's big, he's strong, he's good-looking, he's just got the full package.
Amen.
So I don't know if his social game is 100% on point, but everything up is adding up, and he's killing it, I think.
Okay. One more. Okay, so Peter, if you could go into the house and mentor one person, who would it be, and what would you say?
Ooh, that's a very interesting question, actually. The person who needs it the most is Pilar, obviously. But getting through to her might take a long time. The person I would like to work with the most would be Sarah, because I think she'd be the most receptive to the advice that I would have.
Okay, fair enough. Gary, one question for you. This is from Ida Thunk. Gary, do you and Arissa ever argue over who gets to wear an outfit on the sideshow?
No, we've never fought.
Never.
I usually have visions of like what I want to wear on the show because I love showing my self-expression to Canada. So no, we never fight over. I mean, okay, yeah, we do.
That's the truth. Last week, Big Brother sent the house guests on a cross-country road trip. You got to see some of the roadblocks last night, but here on the sideshow, we can cram in a few extra kilometers for you. Check it out.
Ooh.
We hired
Falling asleep at the wheel.
Officer Martin in hot pursuit of two very hot females.
Go over! Come here, man, go over!
Oh. Look at that cop. Hey, Pills, you need to seduce the cop.
License and registration, please.
Show a little clean or something.
Do I smell alcohol? Ma'am, I need to step outside the vehicle, please.
Ashley?
We're gonna perform a basic sobriety test. Officer Kev won't be using his handcuffs. I'll save that for the HOH bedroom. Come over here, ma'am.
Okay.
Roll here, ma'am. You're still not off the hook yet. Do you know how fast I clocked you guys? You guys were going 30 over the speed limit.
Oh my God.
Young, attractive females like yourself. You think you own the road? I'm gonna let my fellow officers know that I'm letting you go for now. I want to see a slower speed, ladies, please. Just another day for Officer Kev protecting this great country from speeders and backstabbers.
Thanks, officer. I appreciate it. Have a great day. He was sexy.
Yeah.
So cute. All right, when we return, you'll get backstage access like you've never had before. We'll take you behind the scenes for one day in the life of a Big Brother Canada episode. We'll also talk to Cindy with an S. The Sideshow is back on Slice right after this. Welcome back to the Big Brother Canada Sideshow. This is where every week Gary, Peter, and I discuss everything Big Brother. This week we're joined by Adele from season 2.
Yeah!
All right, there are nearly 250 people who worked so hard to make Big Brother Canada the massive hit that it is. Each and every one of them plays a key role in putting together the show every week. Last Wednesday, we let a camera crew run wild behind the scenes so that you could see how it all gets done. It's gonna be a wild one. This is Big Brother Canada.
Oh, hi. We are getting prepared to do the rehearsal for Sideshow tonight.
It is fast and very curious.
Gary likes to make a big entrance with his makeup. Yeah, he's very cautious about being seen before he is done up. He's hiding.
2, 1, roll gold, Teresa.
One of the most choreographed parts of this whole show is the vote. Hey, Bruno, please cast your vote to evict. To make it work, we have to practice. And if you're in TV, you know you rehearse as much as you can.
That could make it work. Otherwise, I would cut it. Canada, this is what's crazy about the show, is what we were just doing in there is actually going to be on the air tonight.
They're pretty exciting, aren't they? It's like when you go to see the panda bears at the zoo. It's like they're not doing anything.
All right, it's time to head to the backyard and get our next head of household.
Yeah, maybe said before, you come out to a full shot once we're finished with that business.
Hey guys, stand by your buzzer. We're about to do this.
We're gonna run it a few times, then we'll feel good about it.
I'm up in post, taking a look at some of the packs that are going to be in the show, so I know what I'm coming out of when I speak. Oh my God, best veto ceremony speech of all time. So crazy. This is what the show is made of. These moments right here, golden.
3:17, and we're not quite done.
Previously on Big Brother Canada, when Zach won head of household, it was a win for Jordan and the Newport Alliance.
Why don't we go title?
It's the rush of it. It's the adrenaline of like racing to the finish before the door closes. That moment of like action hero sliding under the door just as the Temple of Doom closes behind you.
If you love the show, like these days are like the best days in the world.
Hello there. How y'all doing? I'm very excited. Everybody's so friendly up here. Friendliest bunch of people I've ever seen in my life.
Who thinks Jordan's going to
Roll gold.
It's gonna be a wild one. This is Big Brother Canada. Can we just get that applause going for all the people who make this show happen?
Yeah.
This show is a beast. It's a machine, and once we start, it does not stop. What's been your perspective on now coming to do Sideshow after, being in the house last year?
You know what, the Sideshow is like the coolest part of the experience. Like last year, we didn't do the jury members, didn't get to come visit you guys and experience this. So I'm blessed. Thank you. I got to meet you guys finally and do the Sideshow.
Nice. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. And you guys, you went from same thing, being in the house, but then to being part of the machine. Now, how different is it for you now?
I mean, when you're in the house, you feel very isolated, and you're so contained, and you think it's just Big Brother watching you, but you don't really comprehend what Big Brother is or how many people are actually Big Brother. And then when you get out of the house and you look around, and there's hundreds of people who are like, I saw you do this, and I saw you do that, and I was talking to you, and this is happening. You're like, it's kind of off-putting, but I mean, they do such an amazing job, and they're all the best people in the world.
The best people in the world.
So
in the world. Yeah. I'm gonna clap for that. Gary, what about you? Like, has anything surprised you being part of the show?
Like what Peter was saying, like, I mean, you know, it's television, but you get to see, like, there's so many people that work on the show, from the volunteers, the cameramen, the producers. I mean, there's just handlers and lighting, and like, there's a lot of people to meet that do the show. So it's just seeing all this huge Big Brother community that puts together the show. It's really nice to know that we have a big family here. And I didn't know that, because when you're in the house, you just think it's one Big Brother. I don't even know what you picture him. Like, guy talking over a voiceover, and you go behind the scenes, and you're like, oh my God, oh, so it's not just a voice. There's other people here. So
that's right.
It's really cool to see that.
Well, I'm so happy you guys are with us for the sideshow too. Happy you're part of the machine. Coming up, Cindy will be out here. The Big Brother Canada sideshow is back on Slice right after this. Welcome back to the sideshow. This week, Gary, Peter, and I are joined by Adele El-Sari. Give it up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Wake up, Canada. So as we saw on the show last night, Cindy was evicted from the house again. Here's a quick look back at her double time inside the house. Cindy!
I'm the whole package. I'm smart, I'm beautiful, Cindy is a comp beast.
I am terrified of Cindy at this point.
Bobby, just look at it. It's all right there.
I was this close.
Cindy, you have been evicted from the Big Brother Canada house.
I'm Beast Mode Princess. I know I can win this.
Cindy, you are the winner. You have earned your way back into the Big Brother Canada house.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cindy with an S is back. 50847. Unlock box 1367. Save. I am ready to claim back my crown. Vacation time is over. Time for this queen to take back the throne.
Will you be in a showmance with me called Champion?
Our showmance together means nothing to me at this point. I'm here to win Big Brother.
Cindy, you only get one life in Big Brother, Cindy.
Cindy. Surprise, surprise.
Let's hear it for Cindy.
I'll hug everybody this time.
How's it going?
Hi, you look cute.
You too.
Hi.
Adele, I got your jacket.
Oh, thanks.
Cindy, I feel like we get to see you a lot.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. But okay, first of all, you had a round 2 in that house, and it's something that people dream about, people wish for. That challenge, when you went back in the house, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. You were a true comp beast. Can we give it up for comp beast? And you were really playing the game. We watched you like take no prisoners in there. The big move, that big blind side of Jordan, was very interesting on many levels. This has kind of been a season of showmances, and you turned on your own.
Yes.
Was that a good move?
If I didn't take Jordan out now, he would have took me out next week anyways. From my perspective, I do not mix my emotions with the game, and people need to remember that. And this was my best opportunity to get someone else that was part of the showmance, and I took it. If he stayed, if Peely still won HOH the week after, I would still be on the block because I'm the target, and she wouldn't have been influenced anyway. So I did, at least I knew I was going home. At least I made one big move before I left.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you're going to be joining Jordan.
Oh my golly.
The house guest you evicted, basically, last week. Are you going to tell him that you're the one who orchestrated this crazy big move?
Yes. You know, Jordan's a huge Jordan. I never call him that. JP is a huge super fan. So from his perspective, he will understand that what I did was part of game. I would like to think he'll be very proud of me. Maybe give me a pat on the back and be like, good job.
Pat on the back. Okay, yeah. Pat on the back.
We've only kissed. Like, calm down, everyone. That's all we've done. But yeah, so I think from the game perspective, he will understand what I did. He did say well done as he walked up the stairs, although he didn't give any of us goodbyes, but...
Neither did you your second time out. But you blazed past everybody. You're like, let me out.
I did. No, I figured, one, like I said, I would cry if everyone were to hug me. And two, I didn't want to ruin the game for like Brittany, Sarah, and Willow. If they were to hug me and be very emotional, everyone's going to target them right away. I left the house telling everyone that I had no one, I was working with no one, and I wanted to continue that strategy. At least if my game is over, at least it's not for them.
Wow. Okay, so who yeah. Cindy, who will win and who should win? Super fast.
Oh, I really hope, you know, obviously Sarah, Brittany, Willow, one of them to win, but Bruno's playing a really good game.
Yeah.
A social game. And And like I think when it comes to final two, anyone that stands beside Bruno, they're gonna lose 100%.
Wow. Wow.
And yeah, like as much as I try to work with him and like Team Bruno over there with your shirts, I did call you guys out there the other night. So
I saw that on
I
the
did. I
feed.
tried to use that to my advantage. But
Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to have so much more with you coming up after the break. But first, your fellow house guest wanted to say goodbye.
Oh, I get to see
you. Get to see it. Take a look.
Cindy, you know, on a personal level, we're very close, and I love you. On a game level, we just could not connect, and it just never worked.
Cindy, last week you flipped the vote and got out Jordan, and I just could not trust you ever since then. That's why you had to go.
Cindy, to be honest, I really hated you the first week, but lately you've started to grow on me. The people in this house are absolute imbeciles. It sucks that you have to go home. You and me together would have been unstoppable.
I still believe you only have one life in the Big Brother house. Sorry, baby. Don't let the door hit you in the same spot on the way out. One love.
Cindy, I absolutely adore you as a person, and I admire you as a game player. You've done so much for me in this week that you've been back, and if I even last 1 week longer, it's all because of you. I hate that this is happening, and this is heartbreaking for me.
It sucks that you're leaving, but it is not in vain. You shook up this game, and it was amazing to work next to such a strong female.
Coming up, we'll talk more with Cindy, and we'll have more bonus scenes for you. Big Brother Canada Sideshow is back right after this. Welcome back to the Big Brother Canada Sideshow. Everyone say hello to Adele and Cindy.
Yeah!
Two fan favorites. Well, sometimes overthinking the game can take its toll, but as we've seen a lot, Cindy, you have a few different escapes, but mostly dancing. Take a look.
No.
The camera's on me.
Dancer. What was the dancing in there all about?
Honestly, I've never been trained to dance, and I've always wanted to be a dancer. And you know, it's just something that releases me, and it's a lot of fun. They always say dance as if no one's watching, but apparently not in the Big Brother house.
That's right, but that almost helped you get your game face on.
It did. Yeah, I'm always like obviously being on the block, you're gonna kind of be a little down on yourself, and listening to music makes such a huge difference. And every time I listen to it, I really get into it. You can probably guess who my favorite artists are, but it was awesome.
Okay, while you are smiling. I'm going to get to these guys. Peter and Gary, what did you think of Cindy's game ×2?
I think you should be very proud of yourself for the way that you performed after coming back in, earning your way back in.
Yeah.
Basically, like, you went to hell and back so many times you should have a frequent flyer card, and most of the house guests in there are afraid to get on the plane. So you showed up and you played. I think what happened in your first week, you played basically perfectly back. Second week, what happened is you took the singularity approach. So instead of relying on the people around you, you tried to do it all yourself. And you're trying to be strategic and logical to someone who is emotional. So in that situation, perhaps I would have suggested to try to approach it from an emotional standpoint, because you saw Peely got so upset when you just said, I'm disappointed. Something so very simple. And like, you could have used that kind of tactic to your advantage, I think.
Okay. Gary, what do you think? You gave Cindy some good advice going back in.
Yes, the social game, and I think you did a great job. But in the case of Peely, I think you should have known that Peely's brain is actually Kevin's brain. So if you wanted to do anything to get through to her, I think you should have went to Kevin. But on the bright side, instead of going home to a couch, you're going to a jury house couch. And you have, you know, JP waiting for you. He's got a nice butt. I don't know, there's no cameras there.
Wow. Wow. Cindy, you have been an absolute pleasure to watch. Let's hear it again for Cindy. Coming up, we will predict the future. Well, at least we'll let you know what we think will happen inside the house this coming week. The Big Brother Canada Sideshow is back right after this. Back to the Big Brother Canada Sideshow. Adele from Season 2 joins us this week. Yeah. And guys, let's talk about what we can expect in the house for the next few days, because, okay, we've got a triple eviction coming. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a massacre. 3 people will be hitting this stage. How do you think this is going to go down? They do not see this coming.
No. I don't know how you... Yeah, a double is hard enough. A triple, it's going to blow their entire minds. There's going to be blood stains all over the stage here. You'll be able to smell the copper in the air. When one person leaves, it's empty. When 2 people leave, it feels empty. When 3 people leave, this is going to be game changing. It's unprecedented, and I'm so excited to watch how it plays out.
I just can't wait to see how that plays out. I mean, 3 people is a really big number, and it's going to kind of be like a game reset once those 3 people are gone. So I'm excited to see if there's going to be a new alliance forming after this, but dang, Big Brother.
It's true, right? We could have, it's possible that it could be kind of 2 from one side of the house, 1 from the other, or it could be like a complete decimation of either side, which is really cool going forward, because once we get to, you know, your final 5s and your final 4s, watching an absolute alliance that's made it all the way through start attacking each other, that is going to be crazy interesting. You're excited.
You know what? Like, this is, I'm pretty sure, the first time in history of any Big Brother, a triple eviction, and Canada's setting it off. So I hope this goes more and more.
Okay, so let's talk about HOH. What a cool HOH challenge. It was amazing to see Cindy take, she's like, so everyone's still looking at me. This is amazing. But that's a really hard challenge because it's kind of like trivia on the next level. It's not just what you know to be the answer, it's what you think this person would say. How do you think it's going to go, and who needs to take home HOH?
Oh, geez. Well, it has to come from like the Sarah, Bruno, Brittany kind of side of the house, I would think, just to keep the balance. But this is a case of like the past biting you in the ass. They all got rid of Cindy, and now Cindy was in a position to kind of dictate how this HOH is going to go based on their experiences with her. I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay.
I would like to see Brittany go back on the throne and be a queen again, and you know, and see what she would do with the house. I mean, she's kind of gone back into like the peasant mode, you know, just sleeping around and just listening. Sarah's carrying her around, so I kind of want to see her back in power and do something good.
Okay, well, I cannot wait to see what happens. Same goes for you guys, I bet. That does it for this Big Brother Canada Sideshow. We're here every Thursday night, only on Slice. Remember, you can always send at BigBrotherCanada.ca for the live feeds and for more information. Let's hear it one more time for our special guest, Adele.
What's up, man?
Thank you so much for being here. It was so great to see you. So be sure to check out Big Brother on Sunday night at 7 Eastern and Pacific on Global. That's when we'll find out what the new HOH has in store for the week. Good night, Canada!